Welcome, Gemini. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, inviting you into a general reading. This is occurring after the new moon in Leo and throughout the rest of the month of August. I am going to be talking a little bit about the Mercury retrograde, which is occurring during that time period. This is a general reading, so it may not resonate for all of you. Please, those of you that are interested in a more personal reading, look in the description box below, and you'll find information about the readings that I offer. Let's get started. I am so appreciative of you being here, as I am happy to be here. So, Gemini, for your overall energy, we have the Ace of Pentacles. This is an ongoing theme for you, and my sense is as you recognize an opportunity that you have manifested, you've created, you've developed within yourself the courage, the competency, the commitment to a new idea, an opportunity for abundance, not just for yourself, but something that you're willing to invest in building for the long haul. A resource, a tool, an organization that will be of service to many people. There is something about this energy that in some ways makes you appear to others to be the least likely. They're surprised by your ambition, your motivation, your commitment. Perhaps they're surprised by your skill level that you're exhibiting in putting together this idea, willing to take on this project or to move forward in this new, fresh direction that promises to be successful and prosperous. In your presence, we have the High Priestess. This is the part that is referencing this feeling I'm getting that others are surprised by your ambition, what you're showing to others, because my sense from the High Priestess card is that you are currently holding your personal wisdom, your vast experience, if not simply in this particular opportunity or organization, in this particular life, you have gathered wisdom through others. It can be through other lifetimes, whether you believe in that or not. These other lifetimes could have been experienced through relatives, ancestors of yours, even historical figures, cultural figures that have influenced you and inspired you to move forward. This wisdom is cumulative and has helped you to understand who you are better, your unique brand of gifts, of talents that you are able to unfold at this time in a way that might surprise people with the maturity, the strategy of your vision. In the past, we have the Six of Pentacles. This is all about contracts, exchanges of energies, relationships that have to do clearly with working with others and manifesting the rewards of that. This is the explicit terms and agreements that you come to in your relationships about what is expected, what you can give, and most importantly, for many of you, what you will be receiving, what you can negotiate. This is doubly a surprise to others, perhaps, because this card is indicating that you may be more of a caretaker, someone who has the skills to orchestrate and direct people and resources and distribute them in a way that others find fair. Whether it has always been fair to you, I'm putting that to you. There's a way in which you believe that it is your role, your task, simply to do the work for others, and that little reward is expected for you. However, you're understanding that this is not a service in your relationships. Doing things for others that they can do for themselves denies them opportunities to grow. And as you've matured through the experience of carrying responsibilities, sometimes invisibly. You are surprising people with your ambition to receive your just due, to negotiate what you think is a fair reward or recognition for your effort, particularly as you're anticipating a new project that is your baby, that is about your plan, your strategy, your proposal. In the future, we have the Nine of Swords, and this is describing a lot of the backstory to this ambition, to the surprise that others are experiencing because of the way you may have been treated. You may have suffered through unfair relationships in the past. You have been overlooked. You may have been even betrayed in circumstances in the past where you gave a lot and you received next to nothing, if anything at all. This is you offering things, giving away your love, giving away your power, expecting that to be returned to you. This is a pattern that you recognize has limited you, that you are the one who has been offering, giving away power, expecting it to come back, when you now understand that it is not the responsibilities of others to understand what you want or need. You're coming to clarity about the ability to communicate what you need. And that is part of the background that you have been learning through your relationships, through a perhaps instinct to take care of everything for others, give everyone the love and supply they need, and to expect very little back. You understand now that that's part of a pattern you have promoted, perhaps unwittingly, perhaps as a result of some unhealthy conditioning or an imbalanced family system where you believe this was your assignment. You're challenging that within yourself, and as a result of that, you're really releasing these old stories of betrayal, of heartache, of disappointment, of the perpetuity of suffering, that this is your lot in life. If this reading is resonating for you, Gemini, please like this video. Please share this with others who might enjoy it. And please subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot. This is really helpful to me. I appreciate it. It keeps me here, and I enjoy what I do. And I've pulled freedom. I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. This is an absolute beautiful summary of this trajectory I see that was initiated through your acceptance of your role and responsibility in failures or disappointments in the past. You've released yourself from an old story. And from the flora and fauna of Africa, I have pulled the crown golden bat. And the key word is rebirth. A major transition is underway. This new situation may require some sacrifices, but it will be worth it. And I'm going to clarify the High Priestess in the presence with the Moon card and the Two of Swords. Very interesting. So yes, in the present, this knowledge, self-knowledge that you have gained through your experiences, that has accumulated wisdom about your purpose, your path, your skill level, your authority, your ability to reflect from the relationships and the opportunities around you, is really being mirrored back to you in a way that's giving you the courage to simply face the things that have been uncomfortable about your own behaviors. There's plenty of opportunities to point the finger at others, to blame others, but you've come to a point of maturity in which you understand that you create your reality through your thoughts. And one of the thoughts you're releasing is that others control you. You're understanding that you can tap into a system of support that exists for you, that promotes you, that understands you, but you must ask for help. And for many of us, that help comes in the form of meditation, of prayer, of journaling, of following our dreams, tracking our dreams, writing every day about our experiences. These are some of the tools that are available to you, but there are many ways that you can connect and ask for information, ask for assistance or support from those invisible guides that are here for you, that have always been here for you. The Two of Swords is underlying this sense that you're at a crossroads, that you're making a huge paradigm shift in your own perception of who you are and where you belong in the world. This may prompt some very difficult decisions, and this is causing you perhaps to overthink about the possibilities, the different aspects of one direction or another, almost as if you're being pulled in two different directions. However, you actually know what your truth is. You intuitively can tap into what is best for you. What is best for you, given your background, your patterns, is difficult for you. It's difficult for you to set clear boundaries with others who you trust, despite their unkind, unfair treatment of you, meant to be the best, meant the best for you. As many of us have heard, the road to hell is paved with good intentions. And you're really understanding that and really having to use that information to set clear boundaries, to move into your own truth, to let that cut away the extraneous relationships that don't serve you, that are not happy for you when you try to be successful or achieve something, that have hurt you or disappointed you repeatedly in your life. These are patterns you know and that are difficult for you to pull away from. But as you release these stories and really understand that your purpose, your truth, is about the right and deservedness, your worthiness of pursuing the path, the opportunity that you have manifested for yourself. That's based on wisdom. In the past, the Six of Pentacles is clarified by the King of Wands and the King of Cups. This is beautiful. This is really about the way in which you are learning to negotiate your relationships and the way that you share or distribute resources with others. This comes as a result of your maturity. Perhaps you're patterning yourself after a mentor, a boss, a collaborator, someone who exhibits the kind of maturity that you hope to express. But this ability to forgive yourself for being a part of an unhealthy dynamic that denied you over and over again, that restricted you, that made you feel less than worthy to be where you were, or to achieve or aspire to the things you saw other people moving towards and receiving. This ability to forgive yourself, my sense is that you have already forgiven others, that you don't blame others, that you see their weakness, their frailty, their desire to protect you from what they perceive to be a harsh world. This ability to be gentle with your own maturity, to be able to identify and name your own vulnerability, has actually emerged as not only a strength, but part of the foundation of this incredible confidence, this inspiration, even leadership that you are now able and willing to exhibit. This, in many ways, is what is surprising others. And the Nine of Swords in your future is clarified by the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Swords. In the future, you are, and this is part of naturally a healing process that many of you have already begun, are already deep within, already emerging from. Some of you are just on the verge of this process, this awareness of your perfection, your rightness, that this is an opportunity you've manifested because this is your time. And in order to release the pain that you've experienced, the sense of heartbreak, you're using this ability to be dispassionate. This does not mean that you don't have feelings. It means that you're able to cleanly detach yourself from your really, in some cases, painful emotions and experiences and really look at the truth in the situation, to open yourself up to ideas, to engage with others. This is part of your skill in working with others, why you are entrusted with managing others, is your ability to be open to ideas, to include the ideas and feedback of others as part of collaborating in what you would consider a successful environment, an environment that promises success for all those who participate. The Queen of Wands is actually linked with the King of Wands, and this again is referencing a partnership. This can be a romantic partnership, a spouse, a sibling, a business partner. This, even if it is a uh, personal relationship, it has a professional flavor to it. You're teaming up with someone who you admire, who matches your energy, your ambition, your drive, your inspiration, your ability to move others in figuring out how to manage this organization that is the background, that is the preparation for this opportunity that you've manifested. There's a lot of powerful energy here. And I mentioned Mercury retrograding, and that really is about your current situation. With the High Priestess, number two, twos are always about reflections, looking at our past and our future direction, how that impacts upon what we are planning to share with the world and in what ways. This is really the ability to reflect on what you've learned. And the Two of Swords is actually backing that up by describing the creative process, the thought process. This is your natural area of life activity, communicating with others, learning new things, helping others to learn new things. You have the ability to uh, gather information and ultimately rest on your intuition, knowing that it is your unique experiences that flavor your understanding, your pursuit of a truth through offering your services to others. Mercury moving through a retrograde cycle throughout the month of August is really reflecting a very natural form of thinking, rethinking, reviewing, resetting, refreshing an idea, this opportunity you've manifested. And as you work with your collaborators, you naturally are shifting and adjusting your plan, the organization based on the resources that are available. This is natural, particularly as it refers to contracts, contracts that you have set up in a new way as a result of lessons you've learned from your past. This is about agreements, speaking up for what you can give and what you expect back, understanding it's a negotiation. There's no finite law about how exchanges work. And you are gifted with the ability to ask more questions, seek more information when you're confused. I'm going to finish up this reading, Gemini, with a yogic path oracle, and truly hope that you have gained some insight or information from this reading so far. I pulled Niyamas. And I'm going to look that up in the guidebook. Niyamas is the laws of personal observance, one of the 8 stages of yoga, and I'm going to read that for you. You're beginning to reap the rewards of the inner transformational work you've done. This is just the beginning of a lifelong practice of personal observance. Tune into what your soul needs at this moment. Are there toxins in your body and mind that need purity? Are you experiencing contentment for all the blessings you have been given? Are you using the disciplined energy to take you towards divine purpose? Continue the practice of self-study. This is always more that you'll find when you open up the pathway to your true spirit. Take some extra time for yourself each day to practice the celebration and contemplation of spirit. Thank you so much, Gemini, as always. Until next time, namaste.